Hello and welcome. Now today I'm going to be changing the evap canister on this 2004 Pontiac Vibe, same as the Toyota Matrix. So let's get back there and get to work. Now we're under here at the back side of the car, and there it is. It's literally just right there. It's pretty simple to get to. And honestly, there's not a lot to do here. Now that I got everything I need now, if you look at the new canister, you notice that there's 4 hoses to disconnect. And well, if you look here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This big one that comes already on it just goes inside here. So we'll just go ahead and just pull that out of the way. And then there's one plug-in that's right here. So I'm going to start right there and push the button in, pull the harness off. Now I'm going to remove this one first. I'm going to take a little pick tool here and cheat. Because I know it's kind of like a fuel disconnect tool, and I don't have a big one like that. So what I'm going to do is spread that open and pull it off. Now you can also use a flathead screwdriver, and you may have to use 2 tools, one there and one there. Don't have to be a big one, enough to move the prongs around. If I can get one side started and then get the other side, I might be able to do it. There we go. Okay. That's not the fun one. Just kind of prying a little bit with the flathead, careful not to break it. So on these, I'll just take a pair of pliers, pull those up, and they've been on there a little bit. So I'll take my flathead and kind of just hit the edge and push them off. There we go. Yep, those have been on there quite a while. Now this one right here, yeah, this one right here will need a fuel line disconnect tool. At least I think you can get one on it. You probably can't, actually. Come think of it. At least not the one I got. So, take a little pick tool. Again, it's a lifesaver. Get up in there and open one of the valves, or little clips. And open it and go back and forth. And we should be able to get it. I probably should use something other than this little pick tool, but like I say, getting my fuel line disconnect in there, it ain't gonna happen. So Just kind of gonna work side from side with this until I get it over that little lip. There we go. All right, and I'll show you what I'm talking about when we get it out from under there. I don't know if you can see. Usually that tool would spread those apart because I can't actually squeeze those and open them on the ends, so you have to get in there and do that. But everything is disconnected. So now I'm going to grab this very commonly used 11 millimeter. Oh, what the heck? Okay. This, oh, no, excuse me. It's a 12. All right, these are 12 millimeters on here. And there are 3 of them. We got one back there, and you can see on the new one where they're all at. Or do we got 2 on this? Nope, there it is. Okay. I'll take 3 bolts off, and I'll tell you where they're at. You can see it on the new brackets. If you're trying to figure out where they are, okay, there, the old one's off. So you can see there's the 1 bolt, 2 bolt, 3 bolt. And these 2 have this little lip. You just got to get those little prongs spread up off enough to go off and over that. That's the trick. It is a little tricky. Typically, normally you would use this, but as you can see, I can't get behind there with this one that I have. There's probably other ones, but using the little pick tool and getting under there and pushing it off and going over and then go over there, it'll work. Obviously, these have been on there a while. But yeah, so get the new one put in. It's going to be a lot easier because it just all, well, plugs back on. Now we're going to put the new one in place. It's probably easiest to line this far back bolt up, the single one first, enough to hold it on, and then line up one of these other ones by just reaching up through there. And this third one should just follow suit pretty easy with 2 lined up already. Now I can move this out of my way around those other hoses, make it a little bit better. I'll stick that into the 12 and just go right up there, and there it is. Now to tighten them down. third one. Okay. Now, just reconnecting everything where it was. Now, if you do get confused on where your hoses went, well, make sure you take a picture beforehand. But like in this case, they're kind of falling back to where they were because they've been in that same position for so long, for so many years. But make sure you get them all the way up. Use your pliers or something to get your clamps back there and clamp it back in place. I'm going to try to spread them apart to make them a little tighter. Now I am going to stick that back through there for whatever reason. These will go up and over that though. Should have waited. So you're just going to plug these back in where they were, and that's a great thing, is that they'll just pop on. Just like that. That one popped on. And that one popped on. And then plug the harness back in. You can see right there. That's it. It's really easy. Except for the fact, unless you got a lift or you got it jacked up, getting under here is honestly the hardest part. Let's make sure they're all on good, and that's it. It's that simple. Alright, there it is, changed. Pretty simple, easy to do. So 3 bolts. The hardest part's those 2 hoses right there with the little clips. With a little lip, trying to get those off. Especially if you don't have specialty tools doing it, but you can obviously do it. So I just use a little pick tool and a flathead screwdriver. Made a cake work. Now this thing has been on there since new. It's time to replace it. Now really, honestly, the hardest part was trying to film it. It's honestly the hardest part about this. Anyone can do this. It's pretty simple to do. 3 bolts, couple hoses, no big deal. I hope this information proved helpful. As always, thanks for watching.